Hello. So today I would like to do a negative space watercolor, or it also can be referred to as a one-point perspective, depending on what you choose. Like this would be a one-point perspective. So I'm standing in one point and everything focuses to a center point way back here. So that would work like if there was railroad tracks coming through here, or a road, or a sidewalk, or a street pathway. That would be like one point perspective. Or like this. This is not one point perspective, but it is negative space. This is as well. And this one. Isn't that one cute? Now, how this works is it doesn't even look like there's a background on here, does it? It looks like the first rows of trees is this one and this one. And they look white until you get a close-up. And you can see that there actually is a bit of a background there. See, even on the bottom, you can see that there's a bit of a background. So you start by drawing the closest object to you. And, well, no, take it back. First you start with a background. And then you let that dry. Now each step, everything has to be dry in between. And then as you go back, you just draw everything in between. You don't actually paint the trees. You draw everything outside the trees, and that's negative space. So you're painting the negative space. You're not painting the object. So that's how that works. So I am going to start my background. Since this is a large canvas or paper, I'm going to start with a larger brush. And I'm going to grab some yellow. I'm just going to make my colors ahead of time here. I'm going to start with yellow, blue, and red. And that is specifically because you can make any color under the rainbow with yellow, blue, and red. So all of these will match whatever subject I choose. Whatever color combination I choose, this background will automatically match. So just getting these mixed up. Which blue do I want? This blue. And as I make my background, all right, you're going to see, I'm just going to get like little stretches of my canvas wet. You don't have to do wet on wet, doesn't matter. Start with yellow. And these colors will mix as you put them on. See, I'm starting with a light palette right away. I'm going to add blue, and you're going to see that they're going to mix and probably make green. So we just have to wait for this to dry before we move on to our next step. All right, it has been a few minutes and it has dried at least enough for me to start sketching my first layer. Now, my first layer, I'm going to do a bird sitting on a branch. Now, the branch I can do. The bird, on the other hand, I have not done. So the problem with that is you have to be careful about erasing once you've got the background in. So I'm going to start with the bird, and I am going to use this like as a reference to stay straight. Okay. You don't want to put anything ever like in the center. You want to put it just slightly off center, which means I don't want it in the center this way either. So we're going to put it a little bit further down than the center and a little bit off to the side. All right, here we go. A nice soft slope to the head. And then we're going to start the wing. Go down a little bit more. And then we're going to have a little slope to the wing. I am looking at a reference photo just so I can get the basics. It helps me a lot to look at reference photos. My bird. Where's my bird? Here's my bird. Okay. Wait. All right, I'm gonna speed it up a little. I'm gonna draw the branch and maybe another bird, and then we'll get started painting. Okay, so my camera stopped again. I am so sorry. I never know until I look up. So I finished the first layer. Let me zoom you in a little. It may look a little funky at first, a little patchy here and there, but that's okay because more layers will go on this. Now, you have to let the layers dry completely in between. And then what I will do is maybe add a few more branches or maybe some other birds or a leaf or two, things like that. And then add more layers on top of that, and then it'll really come together as it'll look like you meant to do it. So we're going to let this dry, and then I'll be back. Okay, so it has dried, and I went ahead and sketched a few more things on here. I did a bird and a few more branches, and I put in a couple more leaves. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the second layer. And here we go. Where do I want to start? Might as well start with this bird. So I'm just going around, same thing. Don't paint the object, paint around the object. And each layer, you're going to get a little bit darker than you were before. Okay, so now it's dry enough where I can go on to my last step. Now, it does look pretty nice just like this, but I went ahead and added leaves, which I think was my mistake, because I have a center vein here that is in pencil. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this by using a marker, pretty small one. I have these in different, I like this one. And I'm going to go ahead and let me give you an example. I'm just going to go around and do that. So you can watch me do that, and then I'll show you when I'm finished.